Hello everyone and welcome back to my 100% walkthrough for Wild Arms 2. We're finally going to be taking on the first Raypoint. Now, something I want to point out that after doing a quick test run on, so when I told you to use the S crest to get high freeze, a couple of things I got wrong. Number one, the boss that we were planning on using that with is not weak to ice. They are weak to water. Also, they constantly spam mirror code, which means we cannot use magic against that enemy. So all that is basically just, there was no reason for it. But that's fine. We have plenty of ways to take out the boss really easily. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and leave. And we're going to be heading north from here, but just because I know this is 100%, we're going to go ahead and get on the hovercraft and head over here. This is the prison Isle of Illsvale. There's an item here. The bullet load, and here's Illsvale Prison. And you can teleport or sail back over here to Maria, get on Lombardia, and head to the continent to the north right here. You'll know you're in the right area whenever you see all those pips. Go ahead and grab the item. Scapegoat. And right down here in the green patch is a location we can go to. This is Palace Village. Do you recognize this village? How about now? This is the village that Lilka saved in her prologue story mission. And here's the little boy that she talked to. Oh, hello, it's me. Don't you remember? You betcha. You kept your promise and came back like you said. I'm so happy. I'd be even happier if the sky wasn't so weird now. So this is the house where she stayed. Up here is the Elder's house. You actually have to go in and talk to him, and he'll tell you, well, I don't know much about the Raypoints, but I do know there's a place that worships fire just to the north. That will tell us if that's where we need to go. But we can actually see them on the map. So, the little pips on the radar, so we don't really have to worry about that. What we came here for, actually, is the weapon shop. This is the final weapon shop in the game that you can run into. So these are the final items that you can buy for weapon and armor upgrades. So as long as you've got the Gela, which you should, go ahead and buy and equip every piece. And then sell that which you don't use anymore. Just be careful not to accidentally sell your rings or any other item that you want to use. Man, it's been a while since I've sold stuff. Wow. Again, make sure you don't accidentally sell your rings or any other important item that you want to hold on to. When you're done, you go ahead and leave. Go around with Lilka and talk to all the NPCs if you want to. I'm pretty sure a few of them do have comments for Lilka specifically, which, by the way, that's something I don't think I pointed out earlier in the guide, but there are some NPCs, depending on who you control to talk to them. So like, if you talk to, if you play as Ashley or play as Lilka, they might have different comments based on the character that is talking to them. But yeah, just go around with Lilka, talk to a few of the NPCs. They probably have some interesting things to say to her. But whenever you're done visiting, just head on out and then jump on Lombardia. There is an item up here that we can grab really quickly. Duplicator. And head on over to the other green pip. And there is Raypoint Flam, or Raypoint Fire, or Flame, or whatever you prefer to call it. But that's what it is. Now, before we move on ahead, I'm going to go ahead and give this warning out right now. You notice these glowing blocks that you can cross over. Pay attention to these and pay attention to what's about to happen. Tool, Change Rod. Change Rod is for use by Lilka. Press the square button for the Change Rod to shoot magical bullets ahead. Hitting a large gem with a magic bullet turns it into a gem block. Hit it again, it will return to a gem. Okay, so these can be changed with the Change Rod. Just like that. Now, be warned. Take this place slowly and pay attention to where and what I am doing. Because once you, don't worry about that, once you pick those up, they do not reappear. There are a couple of treasure chests in here, and there will be a couple more later that if you don't change the blocks and you pick up the gems by accident, they are permanently gone and you will never be able to pick up those treasures. So, just take it slow and follow what I do. So step on up here, switch to common. There you go. And then go ahead and switch back to Lilka because she's going to be the main character out of this place. All of the enemies in this location are weak to water. So whatever water abilities that you got, or if you want to equip a water ring to a physical character, that should make short work of all these enemies in here. Alright, so right here you'll notice braziers, and they're two different colors. What you want to do is use a flame rod and light the red ones. If you accidentally light a gray one, just use a freeze rod to put it out. Alright, so this is one of the locations that I was talking about that you want to be careful. It does not lead, it leads to a treasure, but this one in particular, if you accidentally pick it up, it's not the end of the world. But first we'll go ahead and pick up all these 4 treasure chests. They're all stat apples, and of course we know what to do with those. We'll give the strength apple to Brad, and then all the rest of them to Lilka. There we go. So go ahead and use the change rod. We'll change the front row like that. Go ahead and pick up this one. Pick up the other 2 if you need the health, but don't pick up the one in the middle, because what you want to do is switch to Ashley with the knife and use that to bounce it off. Now, just in case you accidentally do pick that one up and you are incapable of doing this, what you can do is stand on the ledge on top of the switch block, drop down on top of it, turn towards the wall, throw the knife, activate it, and then drop down in the hole. It will reset you back to where you entered the room, but then you can go around and you can walk up and enter in the door from here. In this room, go ahead and switch to Milka with the fire rod. Go ahead, light. And then just use, well, I didn't mean to do that. That's just fine. All right, so this room here, this is the first room that I mentioned that has a missable treasure chest. If you accidentally pick these up, you are never going to be able to grab that no matter what you do. So go ahead and change them and then cross over. And this is actually a really good piece of treasure. Holy tablet. That's a significant boost in both sorcery and magic resist. I'm going to go ahead and give that to Milka, and then I'm going to give Tim the secret sign, and Maryville will keep the odd sandals on because we actually need enemy encounters, because there's one enemy in here that we have not met yet that actually has something we need. Now this room here, these braziers, you do have to light all three of them. However, they are quick to burn out. So what you want to do is start at the top, light it, drop down, line up the other two, light them. And then again, we have another one. If you pick them up, you're screwed out of getting a piece of treasure, so change them and then go back up and around. And unfortunately, she does not have a earth attack, so we will just use a port. Gauntlets. Item that ups your defensive power. Or physical defense, but yeah, you know what I mean. Alright, once you get that up, go ahead and drop down and head towards the door. Alright, so this room here, you notice all the braziers on all the different sides of the room. Now there's a couple ways you can do this, but the easiest way I found for me is just to stand in the center of the room like this, hold down R2 so you can rotate Milka around without moving, and then just aim and throw a fireball at each one of these braziers. Now they are time sensitive, but they actually do give you enough time to light them all if you move quickly. So let's do it. Alright, we have a fight coming up. And the way this fight is going to end up working out, we're going to go ahead and swap out. If you have Maryville in your party, go ahead and swap her out for, I'm going to recommend Brad. And do not equip him with an elemental ring just yet, because there is a body part that we have to take out that absorbs all elements. So we're going to just leave him blank for now. Even if my power is insufficient, I can't stand by and do nothing. Alright, this is the Flam Knight. Its most powerful attack is Caloric Nova. It has the main body and the shield. The main body is weak to water. The shield absorbs all elements. So we want to take out the shield to get the extra Gelen experience. However, when you take out the shield, it will then begin to spam its Caloric Nova every turn. So our main goal for right now is to go ahead and take out the main, or lower the main body, not take out the main body. Lower the main body, and it has 9,000 health. So be sure to keep track of your numbers. You want to get it down to where it's low enough, or you can do what I'm about to do. Go ahead and hit the main body one round with all 3 characters, build up FP. And that is why we cannot use our casters in this fight. Alright, that's pretty good damage on the main body, so now we're going to have our guys focus the shield, while Tim mainly focuses on keeping people alive. Non-elemental attack. If you have Valkyrie or Cosmic Ray, do not do that. Okay, never mind. Never mind. So yeah, just have Tim, you know, if everybody's healed up, have him focus main normal attacking the shield, but also don't forget your lucky card. But take out the shield, and when the shield's down, we'll move on to the next strategy. This next round should take out the shield. All right, shield is down, which means that every turn that the Flam Knight manages to survive, from here on out, it's going to start spamming the Caloric Nova. We don't want that. So what we're going to do is we're going to do full clip and shot weapon. Now, this is only if you follow the same build as I did. Full clip does more damage based on how many bullet counts or how much ammunition you actually have left. So I have 16 out of 16. So this should do a lot of damage. And Tim cannot do magic attacks, and then we're probably not going to need it, but I'm going to go ahead and put the water ring on Brad. Alright, now I'm going to have him do full clip shot weapon, Tim just attack, and Brad just attack. $11,500 damage. Oh, so not only did we use the lucky card to get double the experience and double the Gela, but the coin purse probability kicked in too, which means we just got double on top of that. So, wow. That was a pretty decent payday. All right, so there's the save crystal. Use it if you need it. We also picked up the tiara, which I'm pretty sure, yes, it is for Lilka. So we'll put that on her, and then we will continue on. All right, so as you're going across here, you notice the little fireballs jumping across the way. Be sure not to get hit by those. Should be pretty easy to dodge. Alright, so this is where things are going to get just a tad bit tricky. So go ahead and light the braziers on both sides, switch to the flame rod, and then... Well, no, that didn't work. Alright. I remember I've done this before. There we go. Alright, before we go to the door, we want to make our way over here. You'll notice the fireballs are kind of jumping on the very end here, so we want Puka. I don't know why. There's a crest. Make our way down. We're going to go to the right. Notice there's a treasure chest over there. Go ahead and switch to Puka. Lucky card. Light the red braziers that you find. I almost got hit. Go. Once that brazier's lit, the door's open, go ahead and make your way back over. Or up the stairs. Blue laser. As for Lilka, now, when you finally come across Ifrit, make sure Maryville is in your party. And I know Final Fantasy people right now are like, Ifrit! Yeah, I know. And have her skill drain in. Cremation. Okay, that is all the enemies in this location, as well as that is the one red skill that we can learn here. Now, in this room here, across this level, you know there are stairs. So, use Conan's Rad Blades across. Hobo Calbo. That is a new weapon for Milka. And I know, we just bought the weapon and armor from Palace Village. I know. Why didn't it go all the way across? Well, because it turns out that the fireball, even if it doesn't hit a solid object like a wall, it will only go as far as the camera can see. But once it goes past where you can see, that's where it fades out. Hey, Lilka, young daughter. Who's that peeking into my heart? I am the will of power, the spirit of Flam. Lilka, if you want to liberate the Raypoint I control, show me your powers. My sorcery? The power of magic? You understand only those with supreme sorcery will be able to liberate the Raypoint. If my sorcery is not fully developed, then the release of the Raypoint is... Understand that it would be impossible. Furthermore, if you fail once the Raypoint cannot be liberated for all eternity. Wait! So you're saying I can make no mistake? What's wrong? Why are you hesitating? I can't do this. I know I'm going to blow it again. I'm not good at this like my sister. It's so impossible. Magic is the power to do anything. It's the power to be like my big sister, who I so adore, I had always believed that, but it's not true. My crest sorcery can't do everything.
Are you apprehensive?
Sister? Is that you? Where are you?
Why do you belittle yourself? You are you. You don't have magic so you can become someone else, right?
That's not true. The person everyone wants to have here is you, my older sister. That's why I've always tried to fill in for you by going all out.
You aren't my replacement. I mean, come on. There are things only you can do.
Things only I can do?
You never gave up, don't you remember? At the Millennium Puzzle, didn't you stay to the finish? You didn't give up like I did.
It was because you were by my side. Yet I wasn't able to do anything. I remember, I almost gave up. I wasn't able to do anything with my magic.
Don't forget, little cat. Your magic can be used by anyone and can do anything. Your magic isn't crest sorcery. Try to remember the special spell I taught you.
Hocus pocus fizzy pocus.
Exactly. It repels fire and restores laughter. I'm sure you can use it.
Will I be able to do it? There's someone I like, someone I want to protect. I want to see their laughter.
You can do it. But there's one thing you need to be clear about.
One thing? What is it, sis?
Promise me one more thing. Don't cry anymore. Come on. Laugh, Lilka.
Sure. I'm okay. I'm fine.
That's right. That's your magic.
This shit's about got me emotional. As many times as I've seen this stuff, it still hits me. Everyone, I'm so sorry. I lost my confidence. It's not like me at all. But I'm all right now. I'm going to liberate the Raypoint. My sister made me realize something I can do, something only I can do, and that's my magic. I'm not a crest sorceress. I knew that, but forgot somewhere along the way. I forgot that magic can be used by anyone and can do almost anything. Even when I stumble and make mistakes, my magic doesn't surrender. I'm not afraid to fail. I'll even liberate the Raypoint. I love Filgaia. I love everyone. Everyone. Don't turn away from me. I'll show you magic. Filgaia's life energy, Flam's mana, has been liberated and is quietly filling up. Flam's mana will awaken future possibilities asleep in Lilka. Dual Cast. The Dual Cast is a force skill for Lilka. The magic will be concentrated and activate 2 crest sorcery commands consecutively. Alright! And that is Lilka's final force ability. Now, since we have that, cast 2 crest sorcery commands. There's actually something tied to that, so we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. But first, we need to head over to an area where we know we can get the FP fairly easily. So, I am going to go ahead and head down. Let's head on over to the... right here. This'll work. Oh, wait, no. Let's head over here. This little U-shaped spot down here in the southern part of the region, of the area. So let's just run around here. First off, let's make sure Lilka is in our active party. along with Tim. I almost forgot. Alright, so what we want to do to make this a little bit easier is just block with whoever else is in the party. Have Lilka, if there's more than one enemies, you can do this fairly easily. If not, just be careful. Have Lilka do a normal attack to build up FP, and then have Tim use FP shift. That will grant 25 extra FP to her. Perfect. Now, have whoever block again. Now, have Lilka use dual cast, and depending on the enemy that you're facing, which just to be on the safe side, we're going to use Saber twice. And upon use... It creates a new spell. Using dual cast unlocks the trophy Crest Mastery. For those of you that are trying to get the platinum on the console version, there you go. All right, with that out of the way, we're gonna go ahead, just to be a little bit quicker about this, we're going to teleport to Guild Gallad. Go ahead, head inside, and save your game. And that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If this guide is helping you out, please be sure to leave a like and a comment. And if you're new and you would like to see the end of this journey, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you here. As always, I will see you all in the next video. Take care and have a wonderful day.